Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Praveg Ltd H2FY25 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh from Kiran Advisors. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you. On behalf of Kiran Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Praveg Ltd. From the management team, we have Mr. Vishnu Patel, Chairman, and Ms. Bijal Parikh, Finance Director. With that, now I hand over the call to Ms. Bijal for the opening remarks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the conference call for Praveg Ltd. Thank you for joining us today. Before we dive into the detailed performance review for the second half of the financial year 2024-25, I would like to share a brief overview of our company and recent developments. At Praveg, we are proud pioneers in the field of eco-responsible luxury hospitality. Our vision is to blend sustainable tourism with premium guest experiences. Our properties are thoughtfully developed in areas of cultural and ecological significance, enabling us to offer exclusive travel experiences while preserving the integrity of local ecosystems. In addition to our core hospitality business, Praveg continues to excel in the event management space. We entered the high-growth destination wedding and premium banquet segments, creating a strong avenue for future revenue generation. By offering holistic event solutions from venue management to event coordination, we aim to be a one-stop solution for luxury experiences. During the second half of financial year 25, Praveg Ltd made significant strides in the expanding its footprint and strengthening its market position in the eco-luxury hospitality and event space. We formed a strategic partnership with Lalluji & Son as master franchisee for marketing and booking of 400 luxury tents at Ranotsav 2024-25. Praveg also led event conceptualization, consulting, management, and artist coordination, offering a premium visitor experience at this iconic festival. We expanded our resort network with 4 new launches: Praveg Resort at Damanganga Silvassa and Praveg Beach Resort at Jalandhar House Diu, strengthening our presence in culturally rich scenic locations. On January 1st, 2025, we began operations at Praveg Cave Javai at an upscale resort in the wilderness that deepens our luxury offerings. Shortly after that, on January 18th, we launched Praveg Atolls on Bangaram Island, Lakshadweep. Managed by IHCL under the Selections brand, this resort merges global luxury standards with the island's pristine beauty. In a major operational move, we partnered with Roots Corporation Limited, Ginger and IHCL brand, blending our eco-luxury concept with Ginger service excellence to enhance guest experience and property management. We also signed a 3-year agreement with Mahindra Holidays and Resorts India Limited, allocating 80 rooms across selected Praveg properties to integrate with their holiday network. Together, this H2 financial year 25 milestones reflect Praveg's focused execution of its eco-consciousness, experience-driven growth strategy. Turning to our financial performance, we are pleased to report robust growth across key metrics, reflecting the success of our expansion strategy and the strength of our business model. For the fourth quarter of financial year 25, on a consolidated basis, total income stood at rupees 59.29 crore compared to rupees 33.50 crore in the same quarter last year. EBITDA grew to rupees 16.60 crore from rupees 9.46 crore, while net profit rose to 3.42 crore, up from 1.59 crore. Earnings per share for the quarter increased to 1.58 from 0.73 in Q4 financial year 24. On a standalone basis, for the same quarter, total income was 43.62 crore, up from 33.50 crore. EBITDA stood at 11.90 crore compared to 9.36 crore, and net profit rose to 3.11 crore from 1.48 crore, with EPS at 1.18 versus rupees 0.68 in the previous year's quarter. For the full financial year 25, we delivered strong performance as well. On a consolidated basis, total income was 174.43 crore, a substantial increase from 94.55 crore in financial year 24. EBITDA rose to 56.88 crore from 32.14 crore and net profit grew to 16.13 crore compared to 12.95 crore last year. EPS for the year was 5.96, slightly up from 5.78. On a standalone basis, full year income rose to 139.60 crore from 94.37 crore. EBITDA improved to 45.70 crore from 32.03 crore and net profit came in at 12.95 crore compared to 12.84 crore in financial year 24. EPS was 5 rupees compared to 5.73 in the previous fiscal. In terms of segmental performance, the hospitality and event segment contributed to 45.65 crore to revenue, while the advertising segment generated 12.41 crore in Q4 financial year 25. We currently operate 775 plus rooms across 15 resorts and 1 hotel, and we are well on track to achieve our Vision 2028 goal of managing over 2,500 rooms across 55 to 65 locations. We are extremely encouraged by our revenue and operating profit growth, even as recent expansion has resulted in higher depreciation, temporarily impacting net margins. As these new properties mature and stabilize, we expect to see improved profitability going forward. Looking ahead, we remain highly optimistic about the future. The Indian hospitality industry is poised for accelerated growth with the rising demand for personalized, premium and experiential travel. Our eco-conscious luxury offerings are uniquely positioned to meet this demand, particularly in emerging Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. As we expand further and deepen our partnerships, we remain committed to delivering sustainable growth and shareholder value. On behalf of the entire management team, I extend our sincere gratitude to all our stakeholders, investors, customers, partners, and employees. Your trust and support have been instrumental in our journey so far. We look forward to continuing this journey together with confidence and with purpose. With that, I would now like to open the floor for any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Thank you. We take the first question from the line of Ranodeep S. from MAS Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. First, congratulations. Very heartening to see the partnerships with IHCL and Mahindra Group, which actually gives a validation of the curated and exquisite properties that Praveg is building. I'm also happy with the statement that Vision 2028 which is of 2,500 plus rooms is also being retained. My question was in this regard, we did speak about in the past about international expansion. Can you throw some light in terms of in the Vision 2028, which is 2,500 plus rooms, what percentage share will be of international? And if we have made any progress in expansion in any of the countries, if you can share some plans. Thank you.
Sure. Our chairman, Mr. Vishnu Patel, will throw lights on this.
Thank you, MS Capital. Thank you, Ganesh, investor representative and analyst. As asked by you, our development overseas is nearby, उसको हम आगे ले जा रहे हैं. Serengeti, we have just 2 days before get environment clearance. That is the final certification for that project, and my project team is working on it. Soon we will deploy our team to the Serengeti, and the work will start. We want to finish that project as early as possible, and there is a good potential in terms of strategic alliance internationally, and that 25 room which we are developing will generate the revenue more than Indian revenue per room revenue we got. Secondly, we are trying to acquire further resorts location at Masai Mara. So that two location is highly strategical. So we are working on that. Thank you.
Very, very happy to hear this, sir. I think there's a big contingent of Indian travelers who visit these two locations that you mentioned. So very happy to know that it's finally happening.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. Sir, my second question was, is there a change in strategy? The reason I'm asking, sir, because if I see the earlier projects, like especially अगर आपका केवड़िया वाला project हो गया जहाँ 200 tents थे, versus now we are becoming more exquisite and high-end, which maybe 20 to 30 rooms or cocoons or, various interesting concepts like the Javai or the caves that you're doing. Is there a change in strategy, sir, or can you throw some light on that?
This is not change of strategy. This is already focused by the Praveg and Praveg creative team. We want to give some more value addition to the experiential hospitality. That's why we are working on unique model that is Praveg speciality. My total engineering teams of 50 people executing that dreams. Whatever we visualize in our head office for the particular project, there is two things which is very important for us. Now, we want to work only in experiential hospitalities, beautiful, scenic, rivers, seashore, jungles, like that places where we can give more experience to my tourist, my guest. That is the basic purpose. And obviously, as a commercial entity, we have also have an interest to generate more ARR for such kind of locations. So now we are working to generate more ARR basis location where there is a lower competition, but where is location added advantages like Serengeti and Kenya. So like Lakshadweep, that's why we are focusing this segment major way. Unlike already promised before 2-3 Concall before 1 year, that my company is not interested to work in city metro hotels like model. We are in some different kind of models that we are working on it. And in terms of total Vision 28, we are further acquiring more properties, more location, which will you get good location ideology of the Praveg. So we are working on that. In this year, we have planned to build 5 to 10 resorts, which we are under progress.
Sure, sir. In fact, my next question was on... Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
So, right now we are operating in 18 resorts. Still 2-3 location is under development, which you get a strategical date of operation. In Lakshadweep, this is a rainy season. So we are going to start in October that operations. So we are working on that to conclude as well as to maximum we can generate revenue as well as reputation over Lakshadweep. Thank you.
Sure. So can you kind of share the guidance for FY26? Given I think you in the presentation it's very nicely laid out that I think 9 more upcoming resorts which kind of adds 505 rooms. So is my reading correct that we will end FY26 with around 1250 to 1300 rooms? If yes, what is the ARR that we will end with at FY26? If you can just share that.
I would like to tell you one thing. The guidance is depend upon the operationalization of the resorts, number one. Number two, the matter is when we are operating the resort and starting the operation, so we need to give some times in terms of marketing, branding, as well as exploring that location. We need to have minimum 5, 6 months to 12 months. That's our experience. So what happened in this year, we have started operation of 18 resorts. Out of that, around 60% resort is inaugurated in this year only. So in terms of EBITDA margin, in terms of sales volume, it's going to change in the next year. Then when the property is older by 2 years, it will further add the more ARR as well as more occupancy. So it depends upon that. And you get this, my result is itself speaking that we will reach to our target for the operation of 25 resorts in this year. That I can say that the revenue is always upward, will increase in this year, this current year, because of last year all out of 17, 18 resorts, 60% resort was operation for 3 months, 4 months, 8 months maximum. So that we need some time to reach to our desired goal of 40% EBITDA margin. We always working for EBITDA margin, average EBITDA margin of 40% over a period of project period, which is being awarded to us by government. उसका मतलब ये है कि अगर हम 5 साल 7 साल के लिए कोई रिसोर्ट लेते हैं तो उसका ओवरऑल 7 इयर्स का एवरेज 40% EBITDA मार्जिन होना चाहिए. Then only we trigger that acquisition. So that is our philosophy. And I would like to tell you, in the first year of major operationalize this 24/5 March 25, you can see that 35 or 34% EBITDA margin in the first year we reach. So the more lucrative and more incremental EBITDA margin you will find in 26, as well as in terms of turnover also, you will find a major chunk of incremental revenue from top line. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you taking time to kind of explain the nitty-gritties and sharing the details. Thank you. I'll join back the queue. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vaidik from Monarch Network Capital. Please proceed.
Sir, congratulations, sir, on good set of numbers. Firstly, sir, my question is on the gross margin front. I just wanted to ask on a sequential basis, our revenue has increased by 7%, but gross margin has expanded by close to 10-11%. So what costs are being added to that event and site expenses? Can we know that? And the reason behind gross margin contracting?
Just wait. Are you talking about standalone on consolidated margin? EBITDA margin?
Gross margin.
Gross margin means EBITDA you are talking about?
Both.
So, gross margin was 35.09 for 24 is come to 34.02, right?
No, sir.
It's a 35% EBITDA margin. In last year, this is a 34% EBITDA margin in consolidated.
Okay, sir. So, sir, answer on the next question in the presentation.
So 1% EBITDA margin variation. This variation is depend upon the proportion of the newly started resorts in this year was maximum. It was in March 24, there was only 5-6 resort was operationalized. In this current March ending 2025, we have started around 10 to 12 new resorts. So always in beginning, our margin is also under pressure. Once the properly the time period for marketing, social media or the promotion strategy of the Praveg will come into effect after 6, 7, 8, 12 months, that lead to a higher EBITDA margin, higher gross margin. That's a natural process of the hospitality industries.
Sir, you are talking about full year. I was talking about on about quarterly in the current quarter Q4. But other than this, I have few other questions. Firstly, in the presentation, you mentioned that we have around 505 upcoming rooms in this year. So I just wanted to know for how many resorts have we got approval and by when will they be operational?
Okay. I would like to tell you, we got just clearance from Sarangeti. We are already working under development. It's a Thinakara 2. There is a 200 room. Sarangeti is a 225 rooms. Kasid and Kihim, out of that, one resort's approval is nearby to complete. It's around 35 to 40 rooms. Then after Jaisalmer, we are working on that direction. That is around 40 rooms, 50 rooms. That all will come in this year. Apart from that, there is always chances to have more acquisition during the current year. That acquisition may be of the ready property, may be underdeveloped property. It's depend upon the market scenario.
Sir, in the presentation you mentioned Udaipur 35 rooms, Ranthambore 30 rooms, Bangaram 200 rooms, Agatti Island 50 rooms, Kim and Kashid 40 rooms each.
Exactly.
So what's the status over that?
Out of that, I have explained the status of these 6 resorts is under progress as well as ready to progress, ready to start with development process. And remaining
6 resorts.
I have just told you, Sarangeti, Thinakara 2, Bangaram is a Thinakara. Agar aap presentation.
Bangaram is already operational.
Bangaram is already operation. 50 room is already given to Indian hotels. Just Bijal told you about it. January 2025, we have started Bangaram resort. Instead of Bangaram, you put as a Thinakara 2 resort. Bangaram and Thinakara is nearby island. So there may be some correction. The Thinakara 2 is a 200 rooms. And Jaisalmer, that's almost clearance is near to come. So total 6 resort is under development. Out of that, 2 resort is under development already, nearby finishing stage. 4 resort is legal clearance is already done. So it will work on that direction.
Okay, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Gautam Gosar from Monarch AIF. Please proceed.
Hi, Vishnu. Thank you for the opportunity. First question is on your ARR. So if I go through your PPT, in some of the properties, there has been a decline in the ARR than what we used to indicate. So, for example, in Kevadia property, we used to indicate around 10,000 to 10,500 ARR. In Javai, we used to indicate around 25,000 rupees ARR, which has come down to around 18 to 22,000. So, can you help us understand what is leading to this impact?
Yes. Javai, our property is just started in January, February 2025. Then after the season is on summer, due to summer season, Javai की जो property है, वो summer season में कम चलती है. So always we have to have a seasonal tilt in such cases. तो Javai के अंदर अभी आपको जो मार्च महीने में लगा है, जो ARR आपको मिला है, और अभी जो पूरा 26 में मिलेगा, आपको काफी कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट इसमें देखने मिलेगा. दूसरा, Javai की प्रॉपर्टी हमारी जनवरी और फरवरी के आसपास शुरू हुई है. इनिशियली वी आर कीपिंग द ट्रैक कि हमारी मार्केटिंग टीम उसकी स्ट्रेटेजाइज करती है, ऑक्यूपेंसी को बढ़ाने के लिए ARR को प्लस माइनस करती है. वो ऑलवेज ऑपरेशनल और ए मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी रहती है. तो जैसे गेस्ट आएंगे, वहां रहेंगे, उसका एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा. देन आफ्टर इज गोइंग टू इम्प्रूव ARR. ऑलवेज वी नीड टू हैव मिनिमम 1 year for improving ARR status of the new project. So Java is a new project.
Understood, sir.
Same way,
What about
same way
our
Kevadi.
much for properties? For the new properties, we can understand that, but for the a bit older properties like Kevadia, there also we are seeing some decline.
I like to tell about Kevadia also, but just you told me. Java की मैंने आपको समझाया. केवड़िया के अंदर there is a many competition in the Kevadia also. So केवड़िया के अंदर भी इस साल मार्च 25 में जो ARR है इसमें वेरिएशन आया है और उसका रीजन टू improve the occupancy we are trying to have some balanced ARR looking to the competitive scenario. Same way in last year there was not a certain date is blocked for government business is not accumulated into converted into business, but this year we are getting good response and we have catered 3 for conference in current quarter also. So कई बार हमारे को certain date block होती है तो उसकी वजह से भी हमारे सेल्स और मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी पे इफेक्ट आता है. अगर हम रूम बेचने जाएंगे तो उसकी जो प्राइस है उससे ज्यादा हमारे को कई गुना ज्यादा हमारे को कॉन्फ्रेंस रेवेन्यू में मिलता है. सो वी हैव ऑलवेज स्ट्रेटेजिकली बैलेंस ARR as well as conference and government business also. Thank you.
So secondly, on our occupancy of Kevadia, which we are talking about, so sir, are we seeing a decline in the occupancy for our existing properties in some of the areas like Kevadia, where the footfall used to be higher in the initial year and now it is slowing down?
It's not about occupancy decrease. Occupancy is, I think, already we are maintaining occupancy level of the property, and that's why the property is made. कि occupancy तो होनी चाहिए. ARR plus minus is a strategical decision sometimes, as well as seasonal effect is also to be considered. This year, what happened? I would like to tell about investor about the scenario of the last quarter. Last quarter, there was major boom at Kumbh. Kumbh marketing was, all India, we are knowing. All the public was diverted to Kumbh. So it's affected to other property for tourist also. So उसकी effect हमें को दूसरी property में भी देखने मिली. So that's why we have to balance the occupancy level as well as marketing ARR. So certain extraordinary steps we have to take in this quarter, last quarter. So that is also effect of gross margin some variation, EBITDA margin some variation. Thank you.
Okay, sir, if you can help us understand how much revenue did we did in Kevadia property this year as well as last year, so we can understand the trend, how much revenue are we generating from this property?
It's being our competitor scenario is also there. I would like to not comment about the total revenue. That is strategic decision. But I would like to tell you my Kevadia performance in earlier year and this year there is a variation of about 15% in total sell volume. 15 to 20% sell volume is affected, and that is not due to occupancy, but it is due to government business. Please understand. So that's impact, 15% to 20% impact of the sales is majorly due to government business. This year we have re-strategized the strategy. We have taken a good conference of Supreme Court of Chief Justice came just in 1 month before in our property. Apart from that, Rajasthan government has done great conference here also in 7th May, 5th, 6th, 7th May. Apart from that, there is also another private conference is there. Apart from that, this year we are doing very few weddings in Kevadia. This year we are getting good in terms of manifold incremental in wedding revenue this year. So we have re-strategized. I would like to rest assured that this year is going to contribute by Kevadia will be tremendous incremental to us.
Okay, wonderful.
Then last year.
Last question, lease cost, how much rental have we paid in this year in FY25? How much is the lease cost?
Least cost is depend upon total.
No, sir, I'm asking how much was paid already in FY25.
केवड़िया, आप टॉकिंग अबाउट केवड़िया?
No, full.
16 CR. These are we paid 16 CR rent.
Okay.
Total.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
So it's about, you can understand 10% of the total revenue. And this year revenues is a beginning for the Praveg's journey. So this 17 property will come in, some property come into second year of operation, some property coming to third year operation, some property, very few property come after 5 years of operation experience. So that products mix will contribute sales as well as EBITDA margin as well as bottom line. Because जो cost है, वो already हमने sustain कर ली है, जो भी cost है. अभी जो खर्चे हैं हमारे, वो ये level से हम meet कर रहे हैं, 35%, 34% EBITDA margin आ रहा है. अभी जो भी incremental बढ़ेगा, वो bottom line को काफी promote करेगा. मेरा कहने का मतलब है.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
But you have to give some time to Praveg. I would like to tell my investor that always सफल होने के लिए शॉर्टकट नहीं होता है. इट्स नीड सम टाइम. सो अभी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई है. अभी हमारे ऑपरेशनलाइज हो गए रिसोर्ट, नए ऑपरेशनलाइज कर रहे हैं. हमारी टीम काफी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक है कि उसको अच्छी तरह अभी आगे ले जाएंगे. ये कॉन्सेप्ट को, ये हमारी जो मॉडल है उसको भी आगे ले जाएंगे. वी नीड टू गिव सम मोर टाइम बिकॉज ऑफ, अगर आप ट्रेडिशनल हॉस्पिटैलिटी में आप देखते हैं 3-4 साल कंस्ट्रक्शन में होते हैं टू डेवलप दैट प्रॉपर्टी. देन आफ्टर 1, 2, 3 years यू हैव टू रीच टू ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट. इसकी जगह आप इतना अप्रिशिएट कर सकते हैं कि भाई 18 रिसोर्ट्स में हमारा डेप्रिसिएशन पूरा निकल गया है. उसके बाद साइजेबल कंट्रीब्यूशन नेट प्रॉफिट में आया है. इवन फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ ऑपरेशन, नो हॉस्पिटैलिटी कंपनी इन इंडिया generating net profit. You can study all the hotels model. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of. Before we take the next question, ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all participants in the conference, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. The next question is from the line of Nikhil from Kizuna Wealth. Please proceed.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So sir, I have a question on your Vision 2028. We are saying that we are going to go beyond 2,500 rooms. Right now हम लोग 777 rooms के approximately उस एरिया में है. तो सर हम बोल रहे हैं हम लोग 50% से every year अपनी इन्वेंटरी बढ़ाएंगे. तो सर हमारा केपेक्स क्या होगा उसके लिए? और सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर हम फंड कहाँ से करेंगे उस केपेक्स को? बिकॉज
we have already resources to have a fund of warrants that will suffice to develop these 5 resorts. Out of that, Thinakara is already, we have invested huge cost for Thinakara. For Jaisalmer, for Kasib, for Sarangeti, we have our own fund for the company as well as warrants for that. Third one, I would like to tell you that many proposal is under our vetting for the investment model. That's called the operation and development model. That is the third model. This is different model is started by the Praveg. जहां किसी के पास लैंड है और प्रवेग को लगता है कि वो लैंड अच्छा है टूरिज्म के लिए और उसके ऊपर वो इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए तैयार है, तो वो उसका डेवलपमेंट जो है वो प्रवेग प्रॉपर्टी का करेगा. प्रवेग की स्टाइल से बनेगा होटल और टर्नकी सॉल्यूशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. दैट मीन्स अवर इंजीनियरिंग, अवर आर्किटेक्ट, अवर स्ट्रक्चर, अवर MEP डिजाइन, अवर लैंडस्केप कंसल्टेंट which is in-house team of the Praveg will design and visualize that resort. My development team will do the development of that project. We get certain profit on that development also. That will be major share that will make a major share contribution in terms of top line and bottom line also. And after that ready, we will operate it for 30 years or 30 years or 15 years, depends upon the lease period if it's not owned by that investor. In that case, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, depend upon that agreement. उसका जो operation है वो प्रवेग चलाएगा. So this is a unique model which we are launched already, and you will get certain outcome in very near future.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the elaborate answer. Sir,
So for that we not need to have capex. Instead of capex, we get the revenue for development of that property. Please understand. Along with operation regular income.
Okay, sir. That's great to hear. So, sir, further अभी हमको preference share या equity raise या debt raise करने की जरूरत नहीं है for these additional rooms, right, sir? That's what you're indicating.
We are debt-free company right now. We do not want to raise any debt. That is our strategy.
Okay, sir. That's really great to hear.
But maybe
So now,
maybe promoter can or promoter group can contribute fund if required in that case, if the fund is required.
Okay, sir. That's great to hear. And sir, now we have done a strategic alliance with IHCL and Mahindra. So sir, उसमें हम लोग उनको कितना management fees कितना दे रहे हैं? आप उसका structure थोड़ा समझा सकते हैं? As in it is based on revenue, percentage of revenue या कुछ flat fees है?
Yes. Good question. मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि महिंद्रा हमारा कहाँ भी ऑपरेशन नहीं कर रहा है. Our operational property, they are booked by bulk inventory by arrangement. So, number one, the Mahindra is not taking any money from us, any charges from us. Mahindra is giving a contribution to us in terms of sales. Number one. आपने एक क्वेश्चन भी किया था आपके अर्लियर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जी ने कि आपका ARR प्लस माइनस क्यों होता है. तो बल्क इन्वेंटरी में और रिटेल इन्वेंटरी में सेल्स वैल्यू भी इफेक्ट आती है, ARR में आती है. यू आर स्मार्ट एनालिस्ट, सो अंडरस्टैंड दिस ऑल्सो. नंबर 2, जो ताज है वो ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं. तो मैनेजमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद द ताज इज ऑन आवर बुक्स. सो ऑल टर्न ओवर विल गिव business and profit to Praveg. They will charge management fee that vary and depend upon their brand and their strategy. And always we get good cooperation from Indian hotels for strategic alliance for such kind of resorts. So they are highly connected with our team also, that management. Where required support, they give. They analyze, they give such a cooperation in terms of commercial negotiation, they give the best rate to us. I can say only this. I can't share publicly the management fee, but it's a very minor. उससे फायदा जो होता है ARR में, उससे मैनेजमेंट फी निकल जाती है. और उसके अलावा हमारी एक स्ट्रेटेजी मैंने पहले आपको कॉन्कॉल में बोली हुई है कि एक लोकेशन में अगर 3 से ज्यादा या 3-4 रिसोर्ट हमारे बन रहे हैं, तो हम किसी एक अच्छी कंपनी को, अच्छा मैनेजमेंट को हम एक प्रॉपर्टी देते हैं कि उसका अच्छा डाइवर्सिफाइड और अच्छा जो मास है, उसका जो टूरिस्ट, उसके एक क्लाइंटल है, उसका इंक्रीमेंटल बेनिफिट हमें को मिलता है. आपको जो हमारा एक्सपीरियंस दीव में भी अच्छा रहा है. दीव में हमारे 4 रिसोर्ट थे. एक हमने हैंड ओवर किया ताज जिंजर को, एंड वी गेट अ लुक्रेटिव रिजल्ट फॉर दैट ऑपरेशन बिकॉज ऑफ उसका एक टूरिस्ट बेस अलग है, हमारा टूरिस्ट बेस अलग है. तो वो भी एक वैल्यू एडिशन करता है. जहाँ इंटर कंपटीशन हमारे 3-4 प्रोजेक्ट है, 3-4 होटल्स है, रिसोर्ट्स है, तो हमारी भी इंटरनल कंपटीशन होती है. तो वो मिनिमाइज हो, नए कस्टमर, नए टूरिस्ट आए और वो भी कंट्रीब्यूट करे. तो वो एक स्ट्रेटेजिकली हमारे इंडियन होटल के साथ अलायंस है. सेम वी अप्लाइड रिप्लिकेट दैट मॉडल इन थिनाकारा एंड बंगारम. वी हैव गिवन 50 रूम टू ताज बिकॉज थिनाकारा वी आर कमिंग विद 200 रूम्स नियर बाय in this season, after rainy season. So that is a strategical alliance, and it is always a mutual beneficial basis. So that management fee is not a major way impacting to the Praveg profit. It's even contributing their experience, their customer base, improve our net margin also. Thank you.
Yes, sir, but my question was on like management fees हम लोग को वो दे रहे हैं, तो what range would be of the management fees, like 1 to 5%, 5 to 10%? अगर आप थोड़ा उस जगह पे हमको थोड़ा गाइड कर सके तो.
It's a confidential contract between company and Indian hotels, but it's very minor. It's
Okay,
very
thank you,
minor.
sir. Sir, my next question is
In
on-
terms with the industrial standard for
Okay,
management.
that's good to hear. Okay, sir. And sir, now, sir, my next question is on, sir, हमने एक आपके presentation में आपने लिखा है when it's a strong bulk sale, but the only portion was recognized. Sir, what was the reason for the only portion was recognized sales का strong bulk sale होने के बाद भी? And sir, secondary आपका ये corporate government sales कितना है total आपके room rentals के लिए और कितना शेयर है retail का? वो अगर आप
एक सेकंड, आपका आवाज प्रॉपर नहीं पहुंचा. 1 by 1 क्वेश्चन करिए तो अच्छा रहेगा, एक साथ 4 एकोमोडेट मत करिए.
यस सर. सो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है, रण उत्सव में आपने जो बल्क सेल आपने अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में लिखा हुआ है, देयर वाज अ बल्क सेल इन रण उत्सव, बट ओनली अ पोर्शन ऑफ सेल्स वाज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड दिस क्वार्टर. सो व्हाट वाज द रीजन फॉर दैट?
Okay, 1 crore. 1.5. Yeah. It's a 1.5 CR contribution in terms of accounting standard. We have bulk done a business, but it will be treated as a principal agent concept, and that's why 1.5 crore is a contribution of this quarter for the booking of this inventory of the Laluji company.
Okay, sir.
And
sir, what would be our... Yes, sir.
What was?
Yes, sir. Like, I wanted to ask, what would be our share of B2B या गवर्नमेंट कॉर्पोरेट सेल्स जो होती है और रिटेल का आपके बाइफर्केशन कैसे कितना होगा?
हमारा टोटल 76 रूम हमारे कंपनी के हैं वहाँ. उसको हम बोलते हैं टेंट सिटी वाइट रन रिसोर्ट. हमारा एक प्रवेग का वहाँ चल रहा है, और लल्लूजी कंपनी के पास 400 रूम थे, हमारे पास 76 रूम थे. तो हमारा जो सेल्स है वो रूम का 3-4 महीने का, वो 7 करोड़ रुपया के अप्रोक्सीमेटली 8 करोड़ रुपीज हमारा रेवेन्यू वहां से आया. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी हैव बल्क इन्वेंटरी सेल्स अरेंजमेंट 1.5 करोड़ वहां से आया, और इवेंट्स का जो हमने काम किया वहां उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन मेरे को 2 करोड़ का एक कंट्रीब्यूशन आया. तो कुल मिला के वहां 12 करोड़ का हमारा इवेंट एज वेल एज इन्वेंटरी अरेंजमेंट एज वेल एज हमारी गेस्ट की जो रिसोर्ट की सेल्स है उससे आया, अपार्ट फ्रॉम धौलावीरा.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Nikhil. May we request you to join the queue again for a follow-up question, as there are other participants waiting for their turn. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Avinash from Profit Mart Security. Please proceed.
विष्णु भाई, वेरी गुड सेट ऑफ नंबर्स, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. तो विष्णु भाई मेरे को बताइए, इवेंट बिजनेस में अपना इस साल का आउटलुक क्या है? लाइक व्हाट इज द आउटलुक फॉर द इवेंट बिजनेस? ये बिजनेस जो हमने बहुत पहले से शुरू किया था, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. सर, दूसरा मेरे को पूछना था कि हम लोग ने वो एडवर्टाइजिंग एजेंसी जो लिया है, मैं देख रहा था कि काफी अच्छे अनाउंसमेंट्स आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में है. जैसे आपने बोला है कि राजस्थान में आप एक्सपांड करने वाले हो, स्पोर्ट्स के साथ पार्टनरशिप है. तो ये कंपनी के बारे में जरा बताइए, इसका क्या स्ट्रेटेजिक रोल है हमारी कंपनी में?
The Praveg is known for advertising, event management, exhibitions, and since last 10 years, we have started operation in hospitality also. So right now, we have already re-strategized our strategy. Based upon that, for advertisement, outdoor media, as well as publicity, we have acquired tools of Vic and Bridan, two companies last year. The last 2 years, the logic behind acquisition of that property, particular company, उसका एक सबसे बड़ा जो पर्पस था वो एक हमारा एसपीवी था, जिसके पास एक एक्सक्लूसिविटी है, क्रेडेंशियल है. स्मार्ट टॉयलेट्स जो अहमदाबाद में प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है, उसके 15 साल के राइट्स मिले हुए हैं. सेम स्मार्ट मॉडल, स्मार्ट टॉयलेट्स एडवर्टाइजिंग मॉडल वी वांट टू रन ऑफ in Rajasthan also. We have already deployed 2 locations at Jaisalmer. Many inquiry came across India for the development of such type of smart toilets. You can see in the good location like SG Road, like Sindhu Bhavan Road. Same way, in Rajasthan government is also eager to expand that kind of models in Rajasthan. Same way in Maharashtra. So that company has a credential and only company which has operated successfully since last 5 years. So number one purpose was that advertising experienced people. The Mukesh Patel, managing director of AVIC, is a 35 years experienced guy, 30 to 35 years experience in outdoor media. After acquisition of that particular 2 company, we have expanded our network to Gandhinagar Urban Development Authority. We got a good contract, handsome contract for around 300 hoarding. That will just we got a work order in this March or April. So lucrative and good handsome turnover will come from that. Apart from that, we got a Maharashtra and Goa Hindustan Petroleum HPCL marketing of the holding contract for Goa and Maharashtra, all in except Mumbai, Hindustan Petroleum. That credential is with that company. That's why we have acquired that company. So we get good sales revenue in this current year from Maharashtra and Goa. Same way we are working on Gurgaon and Uttar Pradesh also. For the smart toilets, we may get a good handsome number of contracts for smart toilet development as well as operational. This is a very unique model. मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि इंडिया में और जो फैसिलिटी रोड जो अहमदाबाद है फॉर एग्जांपल है, बॉम्बे है, तो वहाँ रोड पे शौचालय या जो लैबोरेटरी होनी चाहिए वो पहले एक बहुत खराब हालत पे थी. तो गुजरात गवर्नमेंट ने 5 साल पहले एसजी रोड और सिंधु रोड पे ये टेंडर किया था, जिसमें ये जो स्मार्ट टॉयलेट डिजाइन होते हैं ऑन द एज ऑफ रोड, एकदम बढ़िया, एकदम टाटा कंपनी उसको सप्लाई करती है, उसका ऑटो फ्लश और ऑटो सिस्टम होती है, एकदम क्लीन, एकदम साफ सुथरा, एकदम प्रोफेशनल. और उसके बैक साइड पे होर्डिंग होता है बड़ा, फॉर एग्जांपल 50 by 20 या 50 by 50, डिपेंड अपॉन द साइज ऑफ दैट लोकेशन. तो उस हिसाब से एक होर्डिंग होता है और वो होर्डिंग की रेवेन्यू 1 लाख रुपया से लेके 1.25 लाख रुपया, 2 लाख रुपया, गुड़गांव है, दिल्ली है, बॉम्बे है, तो 5 लाख रुपया भी आ सकती है. तो वो एक रेवेन्यू हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं फ्यूचर में कि ये जो बनाने का कॉस्ट है वो गवर्नमेंट देती है, लेकिन उसको चलाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. वी हैव स्मार्ट सिस्टम एंड स्मार्ट आउटसोर्स टीम which managing this type of smart toilet in Ahmedabad. So just we got a work order from Jaisalmer. Now we will get a further. We are expanding this across India, across high profile metro like Delhi, like Mumbai. That we expect good revenue from that model. Apart from Hindustan Petroleum, apart from outdoor 700 holding of the Praveg right now in Abhik and Ridan, this year we are expecting very high surge in revenue than traditionally Ridan and Abhik was contributing. So by the change of management, the vision for that outdoor and media publicity, we get sizable revenue generation you can get in this year as well as next year onward.
ओके. अच्छा विष्णु भाई, एक बात था, आई मीन जस्ट फ्रॉम द प्रेजेंटेशन आई वाज सीइंग कि अभी अयोध्या में भी कोई डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट आपका प्लान कर रहे हो, प्लस ये यूएस में डिजिटल थिएटर्स को भी आपका कोई यू हैव गॉट सम राइट्स टू सिक्योर गवर्नमेंट एडवर्टाइजिंग. तो इसका मतलब दिस इज बेसिकली अ गुड स्ट्रेटेजी टू इंक्रीज योर एडवर्टाइजिंग रेवेन्यू, राइट?
Yeah, that's why we're working on that direction. And that team is standalone and very expert team, very experienced team. They added our capacity to expand. That is the main strategical decision. So you will find also in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Gurgaon, Maharashtra, Goa, maybe Rajasthan में भी स्मार्ट टॉयलेट लेके आ रही है अभी गवर्नमेंट भी. तो काफी, और एक स्मार्ट टॉयलेट की कॉस्ट है 25 lakh, so we get revenue from that development also. As well as after operation we get monthly 1 lakh 2 lakh rupees advertising hoarding rent for that road. So that will also contribute very zero investment, zero capex, and 12 lakh rupees potential revenue from that one hoarding. So if we multiply this to 1,500 in over a period of 10 years or 5 years, you get good zero cost. Operating cost is very minimal. So this is a very smart model. That's why we are expanding that model too.
नहीं, इनफैक्ट विष्णु भाई, आई टेक योर पॉइंट, क्योंकि मैं आपका वो विदन एडवर्टाइजिंग का प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी आई वाज सीइंग, ऑलमोस्ट 30% का तो आपका नेट प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है
बिकॉज ऑफ स्मार्ट टॉयलेट.
So basically, this is definitely a very profitable business. So just one last question, Vishnu bhai, can the next 2 years, can we see a significant amount of revenue growth coming from this vertical also for Praveg? If you can just give us a descriptive answer, if you don't want to share any numbers.
Sir, you can see my this first year of revenue, that incremental around 80-90% of the last year revenue. That journey will be continued until we get good acquisition, until we get good market support, we will do it.
ठीक है विष्णु भाई, थैंक यू वेरी मच, ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manan Shah from Moneybee Investment. Please proceed.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I wanted to understand what is the capex budget for the current year?
Already major way we have invested our capex in Thinakara. There is very 200 rooms. So this year around total our work in progress will convert into development is around 100 crore. Approximately 100 crore.
Okay, so we don't have to invest.
Work in progress goes to the fixed assets. Yeah.
Right, but so we don't have to invest any further capital, is what you are saying. This will just get converted from work in progress to.
No. आप थोड़ा समझे नहीं मेरी बात को. पहले मैं आपको समझाया, जहां भी मेरे को 2-3 जो भी 2-4 रिसोर्ट ऐसे भी आ रहे हैं अभी मेरे पास कि जिसमें लैंड एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट we will do a development plus operation. In that case we need not to invest anything.
नहीं, वो मैं समझ गया, लेकिन अभी करंटली हम लोग का ये जो वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस है, इसको कैपिटलाइज करने के लिए और हमें कितना केपेक्स करना पड़ेगा? जो ऑलरेडी हमारा पाइपलाइन है, आप जो नए वाले की बात कर रहे हैं उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे, बट जो करंट पाइपलाइन है
30 crore, 30 to 40 crore अप्रोक्सीमेटली मैं बोल रहा हूँ, बट इट्स 30 to 40 crore to finish present 5-6 resorts or 5 resorts.
ओके, अंडरस्टूड. दूसरा क्वेश्चन था, हाँ सॉरी सर बोलिए.
Apart from that, investor model also this year we are starting.
अंडरस्टूड. सर, हमारा ये जो इंडियन होटल्स के साथ जो टाई अप हुआ है, दिस इज ओनली फॉर द एग्जिस्टिंग 50 रूम्स, या ये जो हमारा पाइपलाइन भी जो आने वाला है लक्षद्वीप में, ये भी इंक्लूडेड है ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर?
सर, right now it's a 50 room and Jalandhar it's around 35 rooms. But this is an alliance, you can understand, that may further expand on strategical location based upon both companies consent to work on that direction.
Okay. और दूसरा
it's a alliance. It's a kind of corporate alliance whereby we can expand our this strategy further also. So there, I can't deny both sides or accept both. It's either way possible.
Understood. Sir, फिर लक्षद्वीप में currently since the airstrip is small, I think direct flights नहीं है from major metros, and also to visit the island there is some permit that is required which is to be taken before you can go there. So is that hindering you in achieving the desired occupancy or to attracting the tourist? If you can throw some light, और यहाँ पे क्या काम हो रहा है गवर्नमेंट साइड से, या हम कुछ हेल्प कर रहे हैं ये परमिट लेने में?
गुड क्वेश्चन. अच्छा आपने रिसर्च किया है. मैं आपको बताऊं कि जो पहले ये रिसोर्ट चालू होने के पहले 1 फ्लाइट थी टोटल. अभी टोटल 4 फ्लाइट ऑलरेडी इन ऑपरेशन. per flight. Apart from that, another 2 or 3 flights is adding by the government of India. So total 7 flight हो रही है. तो ये प्रॉब्लम गवर्नमेंट को पता है और ये पूरा उसके पास गवर्नमेंट के साथ अलाइन, ये गवर्नमेंट का पीपीपी मॉडल है, तो दे आर ऑल्सो अवेयर ऑफ दैट थिंग. सो 7 flight विल सफाइज द पर्पज ऑफ द टूरिस्ट मोबिलाइजेशन, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, आपने एक चीज बोला कि लाइसेंस एंट्री परमिट वाला आपने बोला. मार्च तक आप बोल रहे हैं, सही है. फरवरी मार्च तक मेरे को यह प्रॉब्लम आ रहे थे कि मेरे को परमिट लेने जाना पड़ता था गवर्नमेंट के पास. अभी दे हैव इश्यूड अवर डायरेक्शन टू द प्रवेग, देन प्रवेग गेस्ट वाउचर एंड प्रवेग केवाईसी become the entry voucher, and Praveg will do the back work with that government authority to issuing the permit. So right now the problem of permit issue is solved. So Praveg can invite and give coordination to issue permit.
Okay, समझ गया सर. So basically आप बोल रहे हैं कि number of flights to Lakshadweep has increased from 1 flight to 4 flight with 2 more flights potentially add होने वाली है, और परमिट का जो है वो हम बैक एंड पे प्रवेग will handle, टूरिस्ट को हैंडल नहीं करना है वो. So
it's not a subject now of tourist. Even police clearance is also not needed. I would like to invite my all these guests on Concall that you must visit India's heritage like Lakshadweep. It's very unique location. If you visit, you get good idea about this property. And Taj is going to promote internationally. Praveg will going to market it across India. So मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूंगा कि पहले रिक्वायरमेंट जो हमारा जो फर्स्ट रिसोर्ट ऑपरेट स्टार्ट हुआ उसके पहले पुलिस क्लियरेंस चाहिए था हर गेस्ट का. उसके पास उसका केवाईसी डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिएगा, उसको लॉगिन करना पड़ता था और लॉगिन के बाद एंट्री परमिट मिलती थी. ये प्रोसेस काफी एज ऑफ प्रोसेस कर दी गई है और अभी नो पुलिस क्लियरेंस रिक्वायर्ड. ही शुड बी ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया या ही शुड बी फॉरेनर विद हैविंग वैलिड वीजा that need to submit to the Praveg. Praveg simply issue the guest voucher that will register by the Praveg to the government department, whatever it may be. So it's not a headache of the government. Please come, enjoy Lakshadweep.
Understood. और सर ये इंडियन होटल्स के साथ जो डील है उसमें कुछ ऑक्यूपेंसी कमिटमेंट्स हैं उनके साइड से?
It's always
minimum occupancy
is always not a commercial commitment. It's always a moral commitment, and there is joint discussion on that margin and sales strategy. So there is some internal discussion to make a projection and target for the Indian hotels that we give to them. They accept to deliver. There's always work on that direction. Then only management contract will work. That same strategy work over here also. It's not unique. Thank you.
Okay, sir. And sir, in Daman, across various properties, we have close to around 200 odd rooms across these various properties. So, and most of these properties have now been in operation for almost a year or so. So overall, sir, how is the response in this area or this micro market, and overall, what sort of occupancies have we been able to reach in this area?
Sir, I would like to tell all these analyst and investor representative. Daman, we got award from Trip Advisory, very authentic report, awards. That's highest ratings, Trip Advisory Traveler's Choice Award 2025. That's the top number 1 guest satisfaction sites and locations and hotel chain in Daman. That award we got from Trip Advisory. It's a professional body that you know.
Yes, sir. Many congratulations for that. But my question was कि यहाँ पे हम क्या टाइप के occupancies achieve कर पा रहे हैं?
Sir, it's amazing. It's over than our expectation. After our own guest as well as Mahindra Group guest is making it almost full status of occupancy. But you have to always consider in hospitality never 100% achievement possible because of seasonal variation.
Right.
So
Right.
it's I think Daman's highest occupancy property. All
Okay.
these properties.
But sir,
And we have launched Kachchigam property. I would like to also market to my investor also, because my company is always market everywhere. So Kachchigam we have launched in this May 15 or something date. That's the wedding exclusive property across 89,000 square meter lake view property is just launched by the Praveg, and we get tremendous good response in Daman for that wedding inquiry as well as guest response. So you must visit Kachchigam property of Praveg. You get what the Praveg development model is. You get good idea.
Understood. Sir,
And
but
for
last year,
wedding, my whole analyst I market that you also inquiry for wedding because it is very nearby to Mumbai. So Mumbai people are booking wedding for in Daman.
नहीं, वंडरफुल सर. सर मैं पूछना चाह रहा था कि लास्ट ईयर हम लोग ने टोटल 88,400 रूम्स रफली रूम नाइट सेल की है, और जस्ट और बॉल पार्क कैलकुलेशन कैपेसिटी के हिसाब से रफली हमारा 2.5 लाख रूम नाइट्स है. सो दैट ट्रांसलेट्स टू रफली 35% सॉर्ट ऑफ एन ऑक्यूपेंसी. So what sort of occupancy हम अचीव कर सकते हैं on a practical basis based on the properties and the geographies that we are serving? कंपनी लेवल 50% sort of an occupancy हम टारगेट कर सकते हैं, और एंड ओवर व्हाट टाइम फ्रेम?
मैं आपको बताऊं, आपका इंफॉर्मेशन आपने सिर्फ एक स्टैटिस्टिक कैलकुलेटर में निकाल दिया. आपने सारे रूम मार्च एंड को जितने हैं वो आपने 2.5 लाख गिन लिए. मैं आपको पहले ओपनिंग रिमार्क में बताया 17-18 प्रॉपर्टी पूरे साल नहीं काम वर्क ऑपरेशनलाइज थी. ऑपरेशनलाइज हमारी अक्टूबर में भी हुए, नवंबर में भी हुए, दिसंबर में हुए. तो वो 4 महीना, 3 महीना, 2 महीना, 6 महीना, 8 महीना उसको गिनेंगे तो यू गेट अ गुड ऑक्यूपेंसी लेवल रिजल्ट अगर आप कैलकुलेटर में भी.
राइट सर, बट अभी अगले साल के लिए तो ये सब रूम्स हमारे पास पूरे साल के लिए अवेलेबल है.
That's why I am telling you this year will perform 18 property full years. Your calculator you can calculate accordingly. But last year आप 2.5 लाख रूम में से 1 लाख कितने 1,25,000 रूम जो आपने गिने हैं वो अभी आपको गिनने पूरे साल के 2.5 लाख नहीं थे. रूम नाइट इन्वेंटरी में भी मैं भी ऐसा कैलकुलेशन नहीं लगाया. 1.6 to 1.7 lakh नाइट विल बी देयर. 1.5
तो मोटा मोटी हम लोग 50% ऑक्यूपेंसी पे थे. आपका कहना बेसिकली
इज एवरेज बियॉन्ड दैट वी हैव अचीव्ड.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, sir. I'll get back in with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Due to time constraints, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh for the closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Praveg Ltd. If you have any further queries, you can write us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you everyone for joining the conference.
Thank you so much. Ganesh, thank you for Kini.
On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.